Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, we'll give you updates from the shooter in the Penn Mall.
And later, Iowa City elementary schools take part in Fire Prevention Week.
We have your Hawkeye football update from Wednesday's press conferences and a special feature on the unified sports here at the University of Iowa.
Another hurricane has started to form in the Atlantic Ocean. Find out more in weather.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Iowan TV starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Becca Scadden.
And I'm Cole Johnson. The Penn Mall shooting suspect will now face charges of participating in gang activity. Lamar C. Wilson, the man accused of the shooting back in August, is also facing charges of first-degree murder, attempted murder, and intimidation with a dangerous weapon. The incident killed 22-year-old Khalik Jones of Iowa City, with 2 other men being sent to the hospital. To this point, police have been unclear about the involvement of a gang in the shooting. Participating in gang activity is a Class D felony, punishable of up to 5 years in prison.
One North Liberty man is facing theft charges for $50,000 in jewelry. K Jewelers in the Coral Ridge Mall filed a report Wednesday of a theft by an employee. After an investigation, police found Troy M. Woods, 24, had stolen merchandise and issued false returns for cash, according to the complaint. Woods was a manager at K Jewelers. He's been charged with first-degree theft.
Iowa City Police have received several reports of fake currency in circulation. The Iowa City Police Department released a Facebook post on the issue stating, quote, "We have received several reports of fictitious U.S. currency bills being passed in the Iowa City community. Residents and retailers should be aware. If you believe you've received bad bills, contact Iowa City Police immediately." A press release stated these fake bills are being printed on poor quality paper. The bills also have a bright red or pink Chinese characters printed on either front or back of the bill. The police department stresses everyone check $100 bills. You can either hold the bill up to the light to find the watermark or test the quality of the paper. If it's rough to touch, it is most likely counterfeit.
$3.6 million of state and federal funding will now go to programs to help homelessness. A total of 49 agencies in Iowa will receive the money to assist with homelessness. The state funding is through the Shelter Assistance Fund program. This takes up $1 million of the grant. The federal funding makes up the other $2.6 million. The program will be used to help domestic violence and homeless shelters pay for their operation fees. Johnson County in particular received 2 awards from this grant, one going to Shelter House for $174,000 and $134,000 will be going to the Domestic Violence Intervention Program. The money will begin to be used in the 2018 calendar year.
The Iowa City Fire Department are informing children in 15 elementary schools about Fire Prevention Week. Reporter Gustavo Mir has more.
There's more to it than just stop, drop, and roll. This year's theme for Lucas Elementary is Every Second Counts, Plan 2 Ways Out. Smoke detectors in homes should be used in every room and on every floor. A meeting place is vital after a successful house fire escape.
I didn't know that it could, I always thought that it was supposed to be a mailbox, but our mailbox is really close to our house, so I was thinking it could be like a neighbor's house.
The next step is to call the fire department. There are over 300,000 residential fires every year, and about half are caused by cooking. Lieutenant Axel Swanson arrived to rescue Puppetoon characters Billy and Joey. Children were reminded not at all to return for any items as it is too dangerous. Song and dance routines included Freddy the Fire Truck, puppets, and of course, Sparky the Fire Doll.
They do the same thing almost every year, so I remember most of this stuff.
This year, the Iowa City Fire Department is using an acronym as an escape plan to help elementary children remember.
The EDITH plan is our exit drill in the home. It stands for exit drills in the home. And we encourage everybody to go home and draw a map.
From Lucas Elementary, Gustavo Meyer, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, Becca, there's still a lot of people recovering from all the hurricanes that have been happening these last few weeks.
Yeah, now it seems like we have another one. Let's toss it over to Lauren in the weather studio with more on that. Lauren?
That's right, guys. Hurricane Ophelia has started to form in the Atlantic Ocean. It is currently a Category 2 storm coming from the west and predicted to move east past the Azores Islands tomorrow, heading towards the Ireland coast. The storm is the 10th hurricane for this 2017 Atlantic season and is currently no threat to the United States. We have definitely seen more fall. This morning we can expect a 40% chance of scattered rain showers with temperatures in the 70s. As we move into the evening, we can expect rain to continue as there is a 60% chance of thunderstorms with temperatures in the low 60s. Now let's take a look at our extended forecast for the week. Starting the weekend tomorrow, we will see scattered thunderstorms with a high of 76 degrees and a low of 44 degrees. By Sunday, those thunderstorms will clear up as we can expect partly sunny skies with temperatures in the upper 50s. Monday, the sunny skies will reappear with a high of 67 degrees, and they will stick around Tuesday with a high of 71 degrees. Wednesday, we will see mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the low 70s. Try and stay out of the rain this weekend, Iowa City. Guys, back to you.
The United States is set to leave UNESCO, the educational, scientific, and cultural branch of the United Nations. This move comes after concerns over anti-Israel bias in the United Nations. John Kenyon, the executive director of the Iowa City UNESCO City of Literature, has assured Iowa City this recent news will not affect the city's status as a city of literature. Iowa City is the only UNESCO City of Literature in the United States and has held this title since 2008. The departure from UNESCO will not take effect until December 31st, 2018.
University of Iowa student volunteers will now be helping out patrolling downtown Iowa City at night. The program Shout, or Students Helping Out, will team up with the Iowa City Police as a way to increase community policing strategies. There are 8 students involved with the program. 4 will be stationed at a time at the Penn Mall from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. on weekend nights. They will help out in countless situations, such as finding someone a ride home or helping someone who is lost. This effort is being made to free up Iowa City and University Police to respond quicker to more serious crimes. Well, Cole, no football this weekend.
Yeah, no, I think the team can really use this bye week to really just get set for the next game. Let's toss it over to Bo Bowman in the sports studio for more on that. Guys?
Thanks, guys. That's right. Mary Kate and Zach are off this week, just like the football team, so no pregame show, but they'll be back next week. But that doesn't mean we don't have any football lined up. Mary Kate did manage to sneak on down to the press conferences on Wednesday, and as bye week is coming to a close, both offensive and defensive coordinators addressed the media. Offensive coordinator Brian Ferentz talked about big improvements the offense needs to make as they're approaching the second half of the season. Take a look.
We're at the halfway point. It's interesting the bye week comes right at the halfway point. And I think if you look at us offensively, going back to week 1, we knew we were going to have some young guys, some new guys stepping into quite a few positions. We were interested and apprehensive maybe about how they would play and perform. And I think those guys have pretty much acquitted themselves very well through 6 games. And then you look at some other positions where we're a little bit more veteran and maybe the results haven't been what we expected or what we wanted. Bottom line is we're sitting at 4-2. And I think if you surveyed anybody on the staff or any of our players who I know you guys see every week, our expectation was to be at 6-0. Any game we play, we expect to win it.
Switching over to the defense now, the defensive coordinator, Phil Parker, said almost the exact opposite as the defense has been the heart of the entire team, led by the linebacking core, and even getting a surprise return from safety Brandon Snyder.
Just like to cover a little bit the first 6 weeks. You know, we're 4-2, which everybody would like to be, 6-0 at this point in time. I think the defensive effort-wise, I think I'm pleased with what they're doing out there. Obviously, we got to play cleaner football to win games. And I think the depth of what we've been doing with rotation up front, with the 8 guys up front, it's given us some more experience. I think the linebackers inside, obviously this week we're getting a lot of work with our linebackers in the backup position. And we finally settled down in the defensive backfield of getting the guys in the right places. Obviously getting Brandon Snyder back has been a plus with his leadership and his communication in the back end. And to me, I'm encouraged for the second half of the season.
Now, almost every Saturday, we see the Iowa football team compete at Kinnick and college campuses all around the country. But there's one more football team here at the university also making quite the impact. Daily Iowan TV's Lucy Rodine has more.
A new organization popping up on college campuses across the country is Unified Sports. Unified Sports pairs people with and without intellectual disabilities together to compete on the field.
It's an opportunity for both individuals with different skill sets and abilities to really play together and learn together and enjoy the sporting competition together.
University of Iowa Recreational Services teamed up with the Special Olympics and Unified Sports to make flag football here at Iowa a lot more inclusive and, frankly, a lot more fun.
There's kind of been a national movement between our governing body and Campus Recreation and Special Olympics on the national level to implement unified sports into our programs.
And so far, the addition of unified sports here has been a big hit with the athletes.
My part is having fun with my teammates.
It's an amazing experience, and you might think it might be boring or something like that, but it's not that at all, and you should really come out.
Although there are a lot of friendships and memories that have been made here, it's not without some healthy competition.
You guys the two best players?
Yes, we are. We pull everyone's flag.
Except I don't pull his flag.
Is it hard to be on different teams?
No, it isn't.
It's easy because Dallas helps me get their flag.
It's really easy. I always help all my teammates and stuff.
Hot shots be the best.
How many points are you going to win by?
50 or 100.
But when it comes down to it, unified flag football is all about having a good time with your friends and simply doing your best.
My wisdom is go hard, be smart, and go out and be nice to others.
Play hard.
So what's your favorite part about playing flag football here?
Everything.
Next week, flag football comes to a close as they will play the championship game Wednesday at 6 p.m. in Kinnick Stadium. Reporting from the Hawkeye Recreational Fields, this has been Lucy Rodine, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Recreational Services and Unified Sports are planning to add several more unified sports here at Iowa once flag football season is over. So if you're interested in participating, contact Recreational Services. Yesterday afternoon, the Iowa baseball team held Game 2 of the Black and Gold World Series, with the Gold team evening the series at 1 game apiece thanks to a Tyler Cropley walk-off sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 10th. The tie-breaking Game 3 will be today at 3:30. The prize, loser buys dinner, high stakes. This will be Iowa's last game of their fall season. Head coach Rick Heller spoke Wednesday about some of the points of emphasis he plans to work on during the off-season.
Well, we're going to have to shore up our defense a little bit on our infield and just continue to get stronger and work on our hitting, work on our mechanics. Great time, good for our pitchers to really just train and not have to worry about pitching, let their arms rest a little bit. But the training is going to be the biggest emphasis, working hard in the weight room, coming together even more than we have with our team chemistry, and all that stuff is big in our off-season plans.
Be sure to come on back next week. I'll have an inside look at a former Hawkeyes professional wrestling match, a nice feature story on the best and youngest go-kart racer on both sides of the Mississippi, and plus, football is back with the Hawks traveling to Northwestern next weekend. Guys, back to you.
For all of you horror fanatics out there, today being Friday the 13th, it's a special day. Iowa City's own Film Scene is honoring the date by hosting a 12-hour movie marathon tonight at 8 p.m. Tickets for the event are $40 for the general public, $30 for Film Scene members, and $25 for university students with an ID.
And that'll do it for this Friday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all of your latest news between Monday and Friday.
And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out the print edition of the news on stands now.
For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Cole Johnson.
And I'm Becca Scadden. Have a great day, Iowa City.
Breaking down barriers long before we knew they existed. Dottie Ray, a revolutionary trailblazer and Iowa City radio personality for over 50 years. Foundation builder for journalists. Please join us in sharing Dottie Ray's story on the big screen. After the showing, a panel discussion about Dottie's life will follow. It's all part of Habitat for Humanity's She Built the Future. For more information, please contact Habitat for Humanity.